This morning, we continue to remember and honor those lost in last year's catastrophic hill country floods. Since those floods, the people who helped search those devastated communities are still training for the next call. That includes the volunteer canine teams of Texar.
This is Canine Murphy, a Belgian Malinois. He's 4.5 years old. He's really good at his job. He loves his work. We are a team and an asset that helps support giving answers to those that are lost.
But canine handler Andrew Roush says that Murphy was never supposed to be a search dog, at least not at first.
My wife Sabrina and I were moving into empty nesting season in life, and she said dance lessons, and I said, how about a dog?
That decision led to years of training and a purpose neither of them expected.
And one of my neighbors said, hey, beautiful dog, what kind of job does he have? We tested out Murphy to see if it's something he would like doing. He loves it. And we began our training journey, which took about 2 years.
That commitment was put to the test during last July's floods. Murphy and Andrew deployed to Kerrville and Marble Falls, spending 9 days helping search crews.
It was a high calling, realizing the magnitude of the challenge. It was an emotional call. Murphy and I worked great as a team, working through some tough terrain and some challenging things.
Because when the search begins, it isn't just about finding someone. It's about helping families find answers.
How do you actually help give closure to a mom and dad that just lost an 8-year-old daughter that went camping yesterday and was lost, in the evening? You're not bringing closure to that, but we can help give answers.
For Andrew, that's why the training never stops.
So I think it's really critical that you keep learning and getting insight and advice from other people and seeing different things.
Because the next call could come tomorrow.
I wasn't born in Texas, but Texas is home. And so, the question is, who is your neighbor? And our neighbor is our Texan families. And one of the things I love about Texar is we talk about Texans helping Texans. And so that gives me a lot of joy, a lot of pride in terms of serving and having a heart and a passion to do what we do, which is hard work.
Texar is a volunteer-based nonprofit that responds to emergencies across the state. The organization says it has already responded to nearly 200 missions this year alone and relies on donations and community support to keep those teams ready when Texans are most needed. Now, I do want to say his wife is a ER nurse as well, and he was telling me that she was also out there in Kerrville during the floods last year, and he was saying that they both were working on this mission of trying to find as many people and giving as many answers that they could to these family members, but they didn't really see each other because they both were just kind of working around the area, just how large the search was being taken. So he was telling that it was a very long day.
Very long, and then also, I can only imagine how taxing it is on, your mental as
mentally.
well. And he said again, we're not giving closure to these families because how can you really get closure? We're trying to give them some answers, and I thought that was a very interesting and a very poignant point.
Absolutely.